Hi guys, this is Milena. How are you doing? How are you feeling inside your body? And I'm saying inside your body because this body thing has been coming up a lot lately. Maybe many of us gained weight or just feel a little bit different inside our bodies with everything else that have been going on. And I wanted to talk about other things, but I kept seeing this coming up over and over and over again. And also, guess what? Here I'm in the same boat. We know the whole 9 yards of, your worth is not related to how much you weigh or what your body looks like, blah, blah, blah. We all know that stuff. But how we feel, and the key word here is feel, can and often does affect all areas of our lives. So how can we feel better inside our bodies is what I want to talk about. Not necessarily how to lose weight, because these are two very, very, very different things. Now, the very first thing that we need to deal with is to acknowledge our feelings around it. Okay, I'm frustrated because I've gained weight. I feel heavier. I feel a little bit more sluggish in my system. I'm going to allow that feeling to really exist, express, expand, get as big. Yes, I don't feel good. I don't feel good, whatever. Allow it to really express and exist. Acknowledge it. Basically processing it. And I've talked about processing many, many times. There's an exercise that I borrowed from someone amazing that I use all the time. And I recorded a video about it. Because if that energy is something that we keep stuck inside our system, it's very difficult to move away from there. Now, the next step that we very often do is I need to start running, I need to start working out, I need to start doing this. So we take physical action, but we don't take care of that energy of how we actually feel. So before we take those physical steps, it is really important to do it with the intent of nurturing, nourishing, taking care of our body and not judging it for what it looks like or how it feels. And you might ask, why are you talking about the body as if it's something separate that's part of me? Yes, it is, but also it isn't. It is its own separate entity. And when we feel hatred, when we're disappointed with how it looks, when we're frustrated, the body does react to it in one way or another. And just like us, the body needs love and nurture and care and support. Now, the intent with which we go into whatever physical action we take is really important. And if the intent is to feel good inside my body, to support it, to nurture it, to allow the energy and the blood to move freely, that's a really, really good intent, and you're going to feel great results and you're going to feel nurtured and nourished. Now, if we go with the intent, oh my God, these parts have gotten bigger. I can't stand myself. I can't stand how my body looks. It's so frustrating. Then whatever physical action we take, it feels like punishment. And in my experience, and I have tested this for more years than I can count, the results are hard to achieve. They're very temporary, and they're never really good at the end of the day. Feel good inside our bodies. That's the goal. Now, very often, the next step that we take is going to food. Okay, I'm going to limit this, I'm going to stop eating that, and I'm going to eat healthy. But very often, the steps that we decide to take feel extreme and harsh. And again, our bodies rebel against it, and they feel like they're being punished, and it doesn't feel good, and it's really hard to maintain. And then there's more frustration and more difficulty. Instead of focusing on what not to eat, we can focus on what to eat. My body really needs more greens. It needs more sustenance. It needs more nutrients. And just focus on the things that you would like to add to your diet, as opposed to all the things that you should not eat, that are forbidden, and you should eliminate from your diet. If we don't love our bodies the way they are now, the way that they were before, at any time, we're creating an experience of hardship and sort of an opposition, an adversarial relationship with our own bodies. But why would we want to do that? If we work in cooperation, in support of our body, even in our own mental process and how we feel about the way it looks, we get much better results, and the feeling throughout the whole process is very, very different and a lot more positive. We need to understand that our bodies weren't really exactly very well taken care of for many of us during this period. They were kind of tortured. Our bodies want and need physical contact constantly, fresh air and walks in nature and exercise and breathing and variety and all of these things that we probably didn't necessarily get. So instead of kind of blaming our body and being frustrated with it for how it reacted to it, we can say, Now I can take better care of you, I can listen to you, I can hear you, and I'm going to make adjustments so that we can repair some of that lack of care that we had for a while. But focus on feeling good inside our body as opposed to working toward making it look a certain way. And if you still more help dealing with those issues yourself, you can book a session at askmilena.com. Don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter to stay connected and receive some free tools. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so below. Click on the bell to get notified of all future videos, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye, guys.